Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
All right. Is he just...
Am I kicking this off? Oh, I thought you were going to introduce the episode and then we each kick off our segment.
No, you're doing the entire thing, my friend.
Yeah, these are separate episodes too, right?
Yeah.
We're going to release.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Holy
Are they?
shit, what's going on?
What are we doing?
So explain to the audience what the show is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rebels Without a Pod. I am joined by my co-hosts, the fabulous crew, made up of our sound guy, sometimes sound guy, but mostly music guy, Naveen.
Hello. You all right there? You sound a little...
All right.
You're squeezing one out.
Overclamped, underclamped. Andy, our
He sounds like he drank too much Galactate.
arts and t-shirt guy.
Arts and t-shirts.
Okay.
Shits and hats, yeah. Hats and shits.
Our show, it usually asks a question. What's the question we're going to ask?
Who the fuck is that guy to my left? It's Shauna Paul.
Okay, so you've introduced about half the crew.
Introduce yourself. I don't need to introduce myself. People know who I am.
At this
Guy
point.
on the left, Shauna Paul.
Hmm.
Give me some hot beats.
Naveen, run it one more time.
No laugh.
Is that me? I'm supposed to give the beats, or is that Johnny?
Everybody give me some beats.
All right.
You guys are the best.
I got
just wanted to
radishes.
say that.
I got radishes.
You're great.
Sorry,
You guys are
yes,
great.
I'm making
and
salad for lunch. Fantastic start, buddy.
Yeah, look, I mean, I didn't know these were mini episodes. I thought it was kind of like there's like the umbrella, and then we're all like the little
I thought the same thing.
the little things hanging off the umbrella because umbrellas have hanger honors.
Pointy sides.
Hooks.
These
So-
nuts.
are we going to call this one episode 68A?
Yes.
Sure, let's do that. I agree with that.
Welcome to episode 68 of Rebels Without a Pod, the show that dares ask the question, do you remember when you lost your passion for this work? This is a weird little experimental format that we're going to be doing for this evening, where instead of a single hour and a half to 2 hour episode, we're going to be breaking these up into 3 hostfuls. Now, the original intention was to have each host kind of do their own introduction, their own kind of planning and setup for the mini episodes. We can see over the last 7.5 minutes how that's been going so far. My name is John, and joining me tonight is my backup crew. Being the audio guy,
Hello.
Andy, who's just going to do the best artwork for this one.
He's the arts.
And our first
Arts.
presenter for the evening of the 3 mini episodes we're doing, where each episode a host is going to present and talk about an old school Simpsons episode that we and hopefully you all know and love. Starting it out with season 7, episode 5, an out and out classic, Eric's pick. Buddy, what's this episode called?
It is the ultimate classic.
Yes.
Lisa the Vegetarian.
Lisa the Vegetarian.
I'm sure everybody that's on this pod and the people listening to this pod have dropped lines from this episode just because there's so much goodness captured in it. And again, it took me seconds to pick this episode.
Was this the first one that popped into your head when we talked about doing this?
Yes. I was actually worried somebody else was going to pick it first. I'm just too close to it that it's I don't know. But this episode the reason I remember it so fondly is John and me have a friend named Max Fontaine.
Max Fontaine.
Me and Max Fontaine were big Simpsons fans. We'd actually watch them together sometimes. This was one of those episodes where we were both just experiencing it for the first time, and every part of the episode just hit, and it hit so hard. From Grandpa waiting in the car when they're going to like their version of Storyland, all the way to the end when Homer's giving Lisa a veggie back ride.
So how long? So for Naveen and Andy, what's your relationship to this sort of particular episode? You know, this is for really maybe kind of top 10 most famous Simpsons episodes of all time, maybe kind of even like higher than that for like a lot of reasons that we can get into. But for the two of you, what's your relationship to this?
It was a Simpsons. You just kind of watched it and loved it. It's not that deep of a relationship. I mean, it was a great episode. Loved it. You don't make friends with salad. I often use all the time.
I remember that very well.
Yeah. Yeah. I've used it many years, many times, at least once or twice a year, especially when you go to dinner and, you know, you have a friend or a relative, they order salad. It's like, you don't make friends with salad. Right. You don't make friends with and then this is the line more than anything I associate with Naveen from this episode. Yeah, it's a great line.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the other line is it's still good. It's still good.
Yep.
It's just rolling in oil and gas and on fire.
Little slimy, still good.
So just a great, fun episode and hilarious and just often quotable, but no deeper relationship than, you know, having a friend who always ordered a veggie sub and trying to sneak him some meat.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it was almost like a
can you even imagine being a vegetarian at our high school back in the day? Like I
Connecticut. So I mean, what happened?
I don't think anybody would notice. Really?
If you asked somebody what a vegetarian was, would they have been able to tell you what it is? 50-50?
Not using
vegan,
words
impossible, but
no.
Yeah, vegetarian. They might be like, I don't know, like they don't eat burgers or something.
They're just like, if she's a girl and she likes girls, it's whatever, dude.
Like, is pizza still good?
Andy, how about yourself?
So I'd be honest with you, I didn't really remember this episode. I mean, like I knew that it existed. You know, I wasn't surprised when I saw it, but like I didn't remember an awful lot about it. It was freaking hilarious. It was a great one. I found myself laughing out loud, lolling on a couple of occasions, which I can't say that I've done for a lot of the more recent Simpsons episodes. I don't even really watch the show anymore. But when I do see one of the newer ones, it kind of doesn't hit like the old ones did.
And again, for context, this is season 7, the newest of the episodes that we're going to do. This came out in 1995.
Yeah.
I was 15.
It's also it was. I looked at season 7 to see, because I remember this was the one season I wanted to buy. It was season 4, actually. I remember being a strong one, but season 7 because of this episode. But when I went to get the set, I was looking at the episodes, and even now I was looking, and I'm like, there's really not a lot of, like, there's memorable episodes, but not a lot of strong episodes.
It's kind of a fall off season for me. I feel like around here, 7 or 8 was when it kind of, I mean, any of these things you probably go back to now, your memory of it aside, and you put it on, it'll be better than like 99% of stuff on television. But yeah. Season 7 was definitely a point. I mean, the show had been on a very long time at this point. Nobody at the moment realized it was going to go 35 seasons as it's kind of currently on. But yeah, 100%. Like, kind of you flip through these other ones, and it's just, for me, the show was kind of starting to curdle a little bit.
Yeah, well, it also started with the tail end of that Who Shot Mr. Burns thing that they ended the previous season on.
This was after the 2-parter.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Yep, that was the first episode of the season.
Here's the thing about The Simpsons. Like you said, Johnny, it's been on for 35 seasons. I don't think anybody is watching it religiously like they used to. At least nobody that I know of is. Somebody must be, but it's not like the must-see TV that it used to be.
Right.
I haven't watched a new episode in several years now, probably, and yet I would still be really bummed out if it got canceled and was taken off the air.
Sure, 100%.
I don't really understand why that is. Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing or whatever, but like, yeah, it's just one of those things that's always been there almost.
Yeah. Just
And even
growing
though it's
up
not
in Simpsons. Yeah.
It's still like it's like a safety blanket or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Because we were how old when it aired on Fox? What, like
10, 11?
It was I think Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire was maybe Christmas of '89.
I remember it was like
Listen
close
up.
to when Friends started to air. The Friends started what, like 1990 or something like that.
Ballpark, yeah.
Did it?
So it's like
Did Friends start that early? I thought Friends was like mid 90s, 94, 95.
let's see.
I thought that was more high school than middle school.
Uh,
Because Simpsons got their first start with little snippets.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's 94. I felt like it was 90 for some reason.
Yeah, and Simpsons got their start with little snippets on the Tracy Ullman show in the late 80s.
I mean,
Yeah.
I never watched those. I didn't have cable. Or I didn't. Maybe I didn't even know that Simpsons even existed. Because who the hell watched Tracy Ullman? Did you guys know about Tracy Ullman?
Yes.
When my brother and I when we had babysitters,
Yes, I did.
they
It's
up
just
late
like
to watch
fucking
Tracy
Dick
Ullman
Tracy.
just for the animated Simpsons segments. So I do have like a little
Really?
bit of those.
Because it's like it predates like YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So I mean,
By about like a decade and a half, but yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember my parents watching the Tracy Ullman show from time to time. It wasn't like they watched it every single time, but and seeing these little Simpsons shorts and not really knowing what they were, but being fascinated by them.
They're extremely bizarre. It's by some miracle the same voice acting cast. The other voice performances are kind of pretty close in. Dan Castellaneta is unrecognizable. His Homer voice is about 3 octaves deeper
Yeah.
than like
Mhm.
currently.
Even Marge.
I
Marge
really
just
heard-
sounds like rough.
Yeah. I really considered actually picking those shorts as my quote unquote episode for this one, just so we could, see the originals, because you can watch them all on YouTube.
See the actual through line of everything.
I almost went for it, but then
Nice.
I watched a few of them, and I'll be honest with you, they're a tough watch, some of them.
They're pretty rough.
Yeah.
I just remember that one where it was like, was it Marge singing "Rockabye Baby" to Maggie?
And her having basically this hallucinogenic nightmare of actually falling out of a tree.
Yeah, man.
All the stuff from the song actually
Freaking-
happens to her. She gets completely stuck by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only one I've seen now. It's just like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, sure.
So with Lisa the vegetarian, kind of let me put this to you guys. So like 2 questions. Did this make you kind of think about eating vegetarian in some kind of way? Andy, you were kind of saying like you didn't really have kind of much connection with this, but Eric, outside of like the views kind of handed on Max, did this kind of put like in the idea of your head of like, oh, maybe that's something to think about, or maybe that's something I should try at some point?
Just reaffirm the choices I made in life based on a healthy upbringing.
Right.
Did you
no,
also get a chance to eat the magical animal?
I know. I actually watched this with my kids, and Ray was laughing because it's just like he's like, "Oh, why don't you have some bacon, Lisa?" She's like, "No." "What about some ham?" "No." "What about pork chops?" "Dad, they're the same animal." And then he just starts
Sure.
laughing. He's just like,
Magical.
"Yeah, some magical, wonderful animal."
For this episode, for me, I realized there's 2 things that it just kind of completely put in my head. Like, one is every time I'm taking a walk or like on a drive and I go past like kind of a fenced in herd of cattle, all I can picture is kind of going up to it and just kind of running my finger along the back one and be like,
Yeah,
oh, they're just about ready.
that's my favorite part of this episode.
Mhm.
Is just the whole Troy McClure like
Troy McClure
video.
kind of propaganda, sure.
I didn't even pick up on the name of it until I watched it this last time. Meet and You, Partners in Freedom.
Did you read the bottom?
What a title? No, I didn't see it.
It was like made by Resistance is Useless.
Oh,
That's so funny.
that whole I can like quote that whole part of the episode. It's just so funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have this crazy friend who says eating meat is crazy. Are they crazy? No, Jimmy, just ignorant.
But then he
They've never
immediately
heard
goes,
of the
like,
two
your
things.
crazy friend doesn't know.
Yeah.
What
I
did he
know.
call him though? He's like, all right, what do you think about that, Davey? He's like, it's Jimmy.
Yeah. I like how Ray's watching it, and then he see the scene that I laugh every time was where they show the gorilla reaching for the banana and gets like eaten by the shark, and my son's like, does that happen? Is that a thing?
This is just a dog catching a frisbee.
Yeah, dog gets a frisbee.
Right.
I was like, don't worry, that only happens in the Amazon.
The other thing, and this is from doing software for a living, where some engineers, particularly sort of kind of younger, less experienced ones, will do these very challenging, very confusing, very kind of inaccessible things in your own code. And when you're trying to when you're trying to review their work, you're like, okay, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make this doesn't make sense, and that's like an outright mistake. And every time I run into one of those things where like, oh, they're being fancy with some stuff, but here's the point where they clearly fucked up. I just flash back to Homer's barbecue invitations where it's like BBBQ. The extra B stands for BYOBB. And Lisa's like, what's that extra B stands for? And Homer's like, that's a typo.
I love the when Marge is trying to, offer all these other suggestions of what to eat, and Lisa's picturing it, and then they get the hot dogs.
Yeah.
The head of the pigeon comes off on this boom
animal.
The piece of the shoe, yeah.
Piece of the head of the pigeon.
I'm a big fan of this episode for the independent thought button. Or independent thought alarm. Sorry, independent thought alarm. It's
Twice
like,
in one day?
Twice in one day. He's like, the students are getting too stimulated.
And the first thing Skinner goes to is the colored chalk.
Yeah, remove the colored chalk. I warned you.
Yeah.
So I did a little research about this episode. This is considered, even when you kind of talk to like the people who, particularly when you talk to like the writers who worked on the show for that season, and this is something we'll kind of circle back to like in a little bit. They always say like this is one of like the most sort of best and most precisely written episodes of The Simpsons of all time. And I was thinking about it. I was watching this episode. I started taking notes. Let me kind of take you guys through putting aside all of the jokes in this episode, which are just phenomenal front to back. Putting aside the amazing writing and like sort of like the concepts and like the voice performances and like all of that. Take all that aside, and you just look at through like a serious lens of what they managed to get for the progression Lisa goes through over the course of this thing in just 22 minutes, while all this nutty hysterical shit is happening. This is what I wrote down. Lisa's journey. First thing she realizes, an empathetic emotional connection with another living being can make the killing and consumption of them untenable. Then she figures out this can be extended to all living things, not just like the cute and cuddly ones. Then she realizes meat eating, in addition to having ethical issues, has these real sort of obvious negative health effects. I mean, they kind of cut to like the people at the barbecue, Wiggum in particular. You can kind of see these people halfway to heart attacks as they kind of like mowing these burgers down. Lisa gets to a point of she has all these revelations. It makes her decide to be like vegetarian. She tries to kind of bring that to the people in her life. She realizes moral, reasonable standpoints may not always be understood by your family or your peer group or your other social circles. And then after that, kind of dealing with dealing with school, watching that crazy propaganda video, broader forces, communal, educational, industrial, may even actively push back and denigrate these ideas that you have if they end up upsetting the status quo. She ends up at the Quickie Mart, just meets Pooh and McCartney's. Communities of like-minded people, she realizes, can be found with a bit of effort. Then she goes from there. She starts going back. Oh, you can be happy eating kind of fruit and grains and cheese. And Pooh is horrified because he's a vegan. She then has a realization, just because you have a well-intended moral view on things, that does not automatically make you the best intended or most moral person in the world. And then finally, just Homer shows up at the end. The two of them apologize to each other and reconcile. And she finally lands on that final like kind of revelation. Ultimately, you can still meet others halfway without having to compromise who you are or your core beliefs. Live and let live. this is like the fucking story that they're telling while Lisa is trying to offer people gazpacho, and Barney just screams like, "Go back to Russia."
I mean, this reminds me of a past incident where John was trying to offer gazpacho to his friends. And
Andy actually had some of that gazpacho a couple weeks ago.
I was wondering,
Verde
was there
gazpacho,
any,
Okay,
blood gore stew.
let's wind down on gazpacho report. Gazpacho report.
Gazpacho report.
Hello, comrade.
Say it, Andy. It was good, just a little cold.
It was good, just a little cold.
But this was a verde gazpacho.
The burrata was the best part of the gazpacho. So I don't know if
that's a little sneaky there. I mean, do you think you would, if you were single again, do you think maybe you and gazpacho might hook up? Maybe you end up getting married to gazpacho?
No.
How
about
burrata babies?
But
keep burrata on the short list.
Burrata would be on the short list for sure. Maybe not gazpacho. It was good.
Sancho, maybe.
Sancho?
Maybe not gazpacho, but maybe Sancho.
Yeah. Hey, Sancho.
Naveen didn't mean to sound like queer or nothing.
No.
We can publish none of this episode.
Bring out the hot sacks. Sancho.
So the gazpacho came out. I even presented it in a cold bowl.
Yes, a bowl that you had been storing in the freezer.
It seems like a very Japanese thing to do. Oh, hey, I've got this mug. I'm going to fill it with nice cold beer. And they're like, hold on a second. I have these nice chilled glasses that I'm going to pull out. And so everything is now cold. And you're like, the beer's good, but my hand's fucking cold.
I mean, thankfully, I didn't have to pick up the bowl. So that wasn't much of a concern of mine.
A little insulting. I was hoping you're going to love it so much you'd actually just pick it up and sort of knock the rest of it down at the end.
I did tip it and used my spoon to get into the crevices. So I mean, there is that. But I didn't want to be rude.
Right. So the gazpacho that I served him, it's the gazpacho verde, which is no tomatoes. There's garlic and English cucumber and like a whole bunch of different herbs, some vinegar, some olive oil. Kind of blend all that together, put that into a cold bowl, and then there's a hunk of really nice kind of burrata cheese kind of drop right in the middle. So every bite of this thing, you slice off like a little bit of the cheese, and you have that with like a bite of the soup.
Yeah,
big spoon? Or was it a little spoon?
That's just regular size spoon.
Yeah, the wooden spoon.
It sounds very Russian. I think somebody should probably, eject themselves from the United States.
Yes, I appreciate your hospitality, comrade.
Right.
Question: did you enter the premises and then immediately you were like this bowl of gazpacho is just shoved in front of you? And they're like, look, if you want to stay here,
confronted is what he's basically asking.
If you want to stay here, I'm not saying you have to eat the gazpacho, but if you did eat this gazpacho, it would help.
Right.
It's funny. It's almost as if you were there. That's exactly what Johnny said to me. He's like, you don't have to eat this gazpacho, but I would recommend that you do.
You don't have to eat this gazpacho, but last minute hotel is going to be real pricey on a Friday.
Real tough, man. Real tough.
The strip, like all the hotels that are in the area, just completely booked. I mean, I'm not saying that, that's a typical trait of John, but I do kind of want to hint at maybe it's happened to me before going to John's place. So, and you just can't say no to Johnny.
Yeah. Well.
Because I mean, there's no hotels in the area. I'm gonna try to Uber, and they're like, no, it's too hot.
If you say no to me, you're saying no to the entire Kremlin. It's just my brother. That's just not a fallout you want to deal with. Like they're doing stuff. No to discuss gazpacho. Yes to drone strikes.
You're like, John, I don't know how I feel about this gazpacho, and he's like, my friend, maybe you've never heard of the food chain? Okay, I'll eat it. All food goes in humans. I got it.
Right.
Monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys.
Anybody have like any trivia like on this episode to kind of wind down? There's some really interesting stuff about it, but
Oh man, I didn't look up trivia for any of the episodes.
I didn't either.
wow. Okay, so just there's a bunch of interesting stuff, but just off the dome, this I'm fascinated by. Lisa being a permanent vegetarian after this episode. Guess whose idea it was?
Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul himself.
Wow.
Wow.
They reached out. He had been the last living Beatle to be on the show because they'd already gotten Ringo and George to do voices on earlier seasons. They're like, what will it take to get you to also to kind of do performance? He's like, well, I want to do something I'm interested in, I'm passionate about, and if we do this, after read the script, he's like, I will agree to this, but Lisa just can't go back to normal for the next episode. You have to commit to having her be a vegetarian for as long as the show keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that she was like a perpetual vegetarian.
I don't know. They don't focus on it too much.
No, I mean, I suppose not, but
yeah, I remember. I don't know if it was this episode or one of the episodes that you guys had picked, but I remember the Simpsons sitting there eating dinner and they're all shoving food in their faces, and I couldn't even figure out what the hell they were eating. It looked like some mashed potatoes or rice or something. I'm just like, I don't know. I think they realized how much time it took to animate food, and they're like, you know what? Let's just
have them just kind of cram grain mush into their mouth.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Yeah,
focus on
I remember seeing that. Yeah, but I'm blanking on which episode that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I had read in season 27 of the show, there was a flashback episode where Homer is just he's remembering something that happened a while ago, and apparently the thing he flashes back to actually has a scene of Lisa eating a pork chop, and Homer actually cuts in at one point to the flashback and says, "Oh, don't worry about this. Lisa doesn't just when this flashback happened, Lisa doesn't meet Paul McCartney for another week."
That's awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, question. Wait, so Paul McCartney voiced Paul McCartney in the episode, and that was actually his wife as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Linda. Yeah.
Linda, and she passed only about 3 years or so after this was recorded. I think
Oh dear God!
this is
Wow.
season 8 episode that they actually dedicated to her. Okay. Anything else we want to say, or do we want to? We'll kind of cut that there and then go to the next one.
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, I don't know, guys. I was thinking about making a donation today.
A donation.
Yeah. I was gonna donate $1 million to a local orphanage. When pigs fly.
When pigs fly.
Still good. Still good. Just a little
Still
airborne.
good. Still good. Still good.
A little airborne.
All right.
You know what? I think I'd rather not.
But I'd still rather not.
Still rather not.
The fake out of Paul and Linda about to sing at the end, and then a Pooh pulling out a pair of bongos and singing Sergeant Pepper's.
Tablas.
Tomblas. Oh.
Tablas. Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cultural correction.
Oops.
Yeah.
I apologize for my privilege.
That's okay. Live and let live.
All right.
Don't worry. He's not crazy, just ignorant. Before we go, I have to say I also love in this episode when they're doing the worm dissection. And then Ralph's like, "Miss Hoover, my worm went in my mouth and I ate it. Can I get another?" No, Ralph, we don't have any more.
Shout
worms.
out! I did not appreciate this as much back in the day, but what a fucking thing for everybody to be sort of kind of dogpiling on Lisa, and even Ralph gets in a shot.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh, you're gonna marry a Karen, Lisa?" And Ralph is like, "I can't believe I used to date you."
Yeah.
How much lower can they send that
I
young
don't
woman?
choose you.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I'm going to go to Bovine University.
Ooh, free tripe.
Have any
Yeah,
guys
make
ever
it
had
swallow this
tripe? Have any guys have like tripe or menudo or anything like that?
Never had tripe.
I don't
Yeah.
think
No.
so.
I'd
No
imagine
interest.
it's probably delicious. I was thinking about that earlier.
It's probably delicious.
I don't know.
All
Is it from this
the
magical
animal
animal?
organ.
It's bovine stomach lining, basically. You look at it, it's very curly.
So it's not from the
It's
magical
gross.
anymore.
It looks disgusting.
Delicious in Japan.
Oh yeah.
You remember we ordered that?
Did we?
We did. We
It's
went.
a big thing at like hormone restaurants, right?
There's hormone, but then what they do is they also have bits of cow stomach lining that they. It's intestines, and they chop it up and they help mix it in with the soup and
Right.
chewy.
Gross.
Yeah.
Tastes like shit.
Well, at least it's not cold, Andy.
That's right.
Like shit.
This tastes like shit. That's because it's intestine. Oh,
It is intestine.
Yeah. Boom. Let's end on that one.